Lessons written, bridges burned. Space demands your everything. On the don't reach you now. For such a trade, fought it first. Victory, you'll take no way. Fly dangerous, fly dangerous, fly dangerous, fly dangerous.
Why? Why do you do it? You explore for fame, perhaps for glory of being the first, or maybe you desire to be rich. It needs to be done. Someone has to do it. Explore the galaxy. Be the first. Be famous.
Oh, and no one's ever gone before. Exotic new life, wondrous nebula. Explore the galaxy. Explore the galaxy. Explore the galaxy.
It's dangerous, Commander. Really dangerous. What if I'm there? Go find out. What if I'm there? What if I'm there?
Another star on my display, calling out from far away, calling out from far away. No one's been here before me now. I'll find a way, don't matter how. Through the dark and endless night, past the points of fading light. Every world that catches my eye makes me want to touch the sky. And I know that I was made for this. Every system holds another gift. Every horizon calls my name. Nothing left to hold me back again. Out here where the stars are bright and new, there's always one more frontier to break through. Break through. Shots are blank and sensors clear. All these wonders drawing near. Let them say it can't be done while I'm chasing distant suns. In my ship I feel alive as these cosmic waves I ride. Every scan reveals the way to places where I'll make my way. We are all explorers at heart, born to push the boundaries of art. Time to rise, time to fly beyond what meets the eye. Beyond. Every horizon calls my name. Nothing left to hold me back again. Out here where the stars are bright and new, there's always one more frontier to break through. Break through. I hear the call of distance, and I know I found my place. Oh, found my place.
Okay.
Sweet Star underscore 13 said here little cold.
Not cold here. Welcome in, Sweet Star. Always good to see you. Hope everyone is having a good day. I'm just trying to make sure everything is working and hoping my software doesn't crash. Last few streams it randomly has crashed. So I don't know why. At any rate, Carrier is going to be jumping here in a moment. I have left the bubble. I was hoping for a new community goal out in Colonia, but it didn't happen yet, so I left the bubble.
At Filthy Dingus 4000 said looking good. For now.
Hi, Filthy Dingus. Welcome in. I left the bubble. It's over there. I'm heading out over here. Another commander found some interesting biology there, which I'd never seen before with my own eyes, so I'm going to go there and see it. I have been out in this area before. I did a loop around the galaxy,
Sweet
and
Star underscore 13
I ran out of
asks
stars
how
here, and I
Kitty-
had to double back around, so... But I'm in the Carrier, so I shouldn't have any trouble with that. Looks like there's plenty of stars up to this point. The kitties are good. All kitties are good.
Bacard Essen said all kitties are good.
Let's see, and Dingus, you're on YouTube. Okay. Well, welcome in. Hope you're doing well tonight.
Sweet Star underscore 13 said that good DX cat.
Once the Carrier jumps, I'll top off the Carrier's fuel tank, and then I'll switch to my Mandalay and parallel the Carrier's course and just check systems on the way so we're not just riding along on the Carrier. The carrier is going to be jumping here momentarily. So we'll wait patiently for that. I did get my Panther Clippers storage up to 1,320 with the addition of the 2 other Mark II cargo racks from the latest community goal. That was nice. Pretty good. You only had to deliver 1 ton. I delivered 66 tons. And that's all I needed to qualify to get the reward. So that's all I did. Again, the carrier is going to be jumping. As soon as it jumps, I'll top off the fuel tank and switch ships. Have probably 30 more carrier jumps. 34 more carrier jumps to get to where we're going.
MarkGamer01 said 07 CMDRS.
Hey Mark, I'm headed to your quads. I won't get there during this stream, but I'm going to take the fleet carrier out there, and then I'm going to just do some voxel surveys. There's not a whole lot of stars out there in that region, just to see what I come across. But I am going to lay eyes on those quad, whatever they are, pods that you posted pictures about, and see them for myself, because I've never seen them before, and who knows if I'll ever discover them in the wild. Did you discover them? I mean, I know you had pictures of them. Did you discover them or not? Doesn't matter. I mean, it's still a good find either way. And if for some reason my stream ends and my OBS crashes, say something in chat. I notice that because I have OBS up, but if I have another window covering it, like last time the stream crashed, I didn't notice it until someone in chat said something, and I was like, what? But I usually catch it when it does that, and I get reconnected before everything disconnects, but we'll see how it goes tonight. I really have no idea why it's crashing. I've looked at the crash reports and stuff, and I have no idea. It's not a memory issue that I can tell, but I am fully prepared to switch OBS over to Linux, to a Linux machine. I already have it on another Linux box. In fact, I upgraded my Elite on my Linux system earlier tonight. I thought about streaming on it, but I don't have all the alerts and everything working under Linux yet. So that doesn't really bother me. What bothers me is the channel point redemptions. I may or may not have all of them configured yet. And they're not impossible to set up, or by any means. I mean, I already have them set up. It's pretty much copy what's here and put it over there. And I've already done most of that, so we'll see. All right, let's get started.
MarkGamer01 said Nice. The ones I posted were first discoveries for me.
Okay, well, hopefully maybe I'll get lucky and find some.
So it was no there in the area.
Well, I know out past Hawkins Gap in that area before, I found tons of so many notable stellars that I just stopped looking at them. Because basically they all had the same stuff. But that's a little further out. The only time I've actually been in that area, as I was saying a minute ago, was when I did my loop around the galaxy. I went around there and I ran out of stars, so I had to double back, kind of back where you found those pods. Okay, I think I have some cargo I got to put back in storage to before I can change ships here now. Not too much. Okay, let's get into the Mandalay, and then we'll set up a course for the carrier. I did some engineering on my other Mandalay. I've got it up to, I think, about the same or maybe a little higher jump range than the Mandalay I normally use. And I did a lot of engineering on my Caspians, both of them. So they've got pretty good jump range now. One of them's got really good jump range. Okay. Let me see where we're going next. We are currently in D17. Good old Spanch. Get the next jump. 500 light years away. I'm sure the carrier's in cooldown. Ads are going to start on Twitch in 30 seconds. Apologize for that, but that'll take care of the pre-rolls. The pre-rolls aren't supposed to be running, but I have no idea. Go ahead and... I'm going to try to skip M stars if I can, because I don't like M stars. Not that there are a lot of M stars out here.
Courier 9375 asks, do you list your builds anywhere?
I don't, but I'll be more than happy to show you mine. Mine are not the optimum jump range, because when I do exobiology, I like to have shields and stuff. But I'll be glad to post my Coriolis link for one of my ships if you want. Any one of them in particular you want to look at. Or I guess I could post them on Discord if I get around to it. That's not a big deal. But if you're curious about any one of my particular ships, I'll be more than happy to post the link here in chat of the build. 8 jumps, that's normally 7. Must be the star filters. And of course that's a class in that we're going to be going to, but that's okay. If you hang on a second, just let me know which ship you want, and I will be more than happy to grab one of those builds for you while I'm aboard. That'll be a little easier. Well, I guess I don't have to be, because I can get it off of EDSM and the link to Coriolis. I don't know if the timer's expired yet. I guess ads are running right now, so no one on Twitch can probably hear me. Okay, we'll go ahead and set the carrier's jump up and get off the ship and look around.
Into this life I chose for living.
At Vagabond Courier 9375
I would actually rather do it now.
At end on your stream will be good.
Who knows what'll be happening near the end of the stream? Well, let me get off the ship so I don't forget and the carrier does something and locks me down or something. Which ship are you curious about? Again, my ships are not the ultimate. There are lots of people that have more jump range than I have and stuff. But I don't have any problems about posting my builds. My fleet. For example, the ship I'm in here, Curious Cat.
As Vagabond Courier 9375 said, anything you wish to share.
Let's see if this link works. Which where okay, you're on YouTube, aren't you? Okay, so I'll post it on YouTube. I'm not sure what that link's gonna look like. Let's see, hang on. That may not be what I want. In fact, I didn't see any link. Let me just go to Coriolis. Grab okay. Let's try that again. YouTube may not like it. I'm thinking YouTube's not liking it. So let me go to the actual chat window and see if it will let me do it. Oh, it's too big to fit in chat. Way too big. Okay. Well then. How can I don't have a URL shortener. I don't know, is there a way to do that easily? Let's see. Share, is there a share thing somewhere? I'm learning as I go here. Link. Okay, here's a shortened link. Coriolis is so nice. Let's try that. See if that works.
At Bacardesin, send a link.
Now that I know how to use the Coriolis as a shortener, Let me know if that works for you. Again, this is the Mandalay I'm currently in. I guess it's probably up to date soon. I don't think I've changed anything on here recently anyway, on this ship. Now, my Caspian, if you want to see that, one of the Caspians, I don't know which one has the best jump range currently. Let me see real quick.
At Vagabond Querier 9375 said that worked. Thank you.
Charting a path.
Okay, let me pull up one of my Caspians. I don't know,
Smoky on my lap. Purring
I'll give you a Smokey's Crusade. Feline Explorer is the one I normally use, but Smokey's Crusade is the one I just did a bunch of engineering on it. I don't have shields on it though, but it's got really good jump range. It's got enough stuff on it. I don't know if I have an AFMU yet, but okay, this is Smokey's Crusade. But it's got both my Mandalays and both my Caspians now. Are pretty much, with the exception of I may not have an SRV on Caspian or something. I have no qualms about hopping in and going off though on any of my exploration ships. And originally they were all how would I say, not ready for prime time. Okay, here's one of the Caspian links. I'm going to post it to everybody, I think. Y'all may hear it read off twice or
Picard
something.
Essen send a link.
Okay, it went on Twitch, but I don't know if that posted on YouTube, so I will post it separately. There. At any rate,
At Bacardessen send a link.
that's one of the Caspians, and it says laden is 73 and unladen 78. I thought it was a little more than that, but it is what it is. At any rate, that's it. If you have any other builds of mine that you want to see, I'd be more than happy to share them. Though I no secrets, but they are not optimum for a max jump range and things like that. You know, I'm gonna have to get further away. Or for power and stuff. I think one of the ships I don't have a lot of, like a distributor and everything. It's tiny to get the jump range up. I was trying to get the weight down on the thing so the jump range would go up. At one time I had it over 80 light years, and I was like, wow, that'd be good, but let's see what's in this system before we jump away. 12 bodies. I don't even know if it was discovered or undiscovered. Doesn't matter. Let's check real quick. Just getting
At
started.
Vagabond Querier 9375 said I play for whatever is fun and useful, not for meta.
Okay, it's already discovered here. Doesn't surprise me in a way. Let me see where I am on the galaxy map again real quick. I have my own reason for looking at this second. Okay. Yeah, I should I think this is where we're going. Yeah. So eventually we should, stars are going to start getting really thin through here. But in my loop around the galaxy, as I said, I was coming far out, trying to take a big loop around the galaxy. And I got over here, and it was just getting too hard to find a navigatable path for the route plotter. I might have been able to do it. Might have been able to get across here if I would have used FSD injections and things and stuff, but I didn't want to deal with it. So I just doubled back and came around, but I came right through here, but I don't know how high or low below the galactic plane that is. Let's see. Okay, that's it's not too far off the galactic plane. At any rate, so we don't have to look around here. It's already been done. Let's go to the next one. It says it's not in EDSM. That doesn't mean it's not discovered or not, though. I seem to have ran into a hurdle, though, engineering these ships. I mean, mandatorily, I want to have, gosh, I want to have shields. They don't have to be great shields, but I want to have shields on my exploration ships.
MarkGamer01 said the way I fly I always like to have at least one boost. I will defo make an entry mistake, usually involving high grav, that will require boost to avoid a pancake.
Oh, yeah.
Closing parenthesis.
Yeah, I usually have I got plenty of materials for boosting, usually. I haven't checked recently, because I did a lot for DW3 and stuff. And when I went off on my own doing some things. But I should have plenty, probably 100 or so at least regular boosts. But I think AFMUs don't take up any tonnage. So that's not a big deal. Now the SRVs do. But I would like to get my jump range up about another 2 light years, but it is what it is. I'm not unhappy with my jump range. I would just like to have, especially on the Caspian for the neutron jumps. Because every light year you get, you basically get 6 more or so for the neutron jumps. I'm just looking to see if this is discovered yet. Wow, it's a lot of stars. If that's auto scanned. Nope, Zach's been here. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What was the honk value there? That's what I get for not paying attention.
MarkGamer01 said that's another thing I save on. Can't drive SRV so don't pack them.
On my loop around the galaxy, I was like 45,000 light years into the trip. And I came across, it might have been crystal shards or something, or brain trees or something. And I said, well, I'm going to go shoot them and see what kind of materials they're dropping. So I land and everything, and then I try to get in my SRV, and I don't have an SRV with me. I had taken it off because before my trip, I was like moving things around trying to get the jump range up because it was a long way around. Every light year is going to save me cumulative a lot. But I didn't have an SRV to do it. But I usually carry an SRV just in case, but you know, I don't have to have one. Only reason I'm doing this is because good old Zach must have just did a hunk and scoop, and he might have found out there were 17 bodies here, but he didn't scan them. Just what he auto scans shows up. Maybe we'll find some. I have found a couple of stratum tectonic on this trip. I haven't done a lot of exobiology, but you know,
Anonymice underscore CMDR said RP Gemo 7. MarkGamer01 said the only RAWs I get on expedition is from mining tritium.
Wow, welcome in, Anonymice. I don't usually go after mats much. But, you know, it depends on what it is. If it's crystal shards, half the time I don't even go down to them, but a lot of times I'll go down just simply to see what they're dropping. I do need neobium, or whatever it's called. I found out when I was doing some engineering, or not engineering, I think it was to get another one of the DSS probes that are from the human broker, material trader or whatever. I didn't have enough to get one, so I just took it off another ship. I think I took it off of my Mark V, but just the regular one on there. You don't miss those engineered DSS probes until you have to use an unengineered one again. I'm so used, like it says 6 probes, and I do it with 4 or 3. You know, these engineered probes. You know, you get stuck with those unengineered ones, and then it takes 6. It's a pain. Only 2 bodies here. It says it's undiscovered. I did some wake scanning the other night. I needed eccentric hyperspace whatevers, so I went and found a system in famine. I couldn't find any distribution centers, but I found a system in famine and scanned wakes there. And about every 4th or 5th one I scanned, I got the right
Vagabond
stuff.
Warrior 9375 said that rescue mission CG allow me to refill all my materials.
Was that from rewards? To get mats or something done? I didn't think about that aspect of it. Because there was nothing in that CG that the last CG had the cargo racks. So you're talking about the burning station, right? Yeah. I haven't done those since the terrorist attack in the Soul a long time ago, and I got my Corvette. Made rank fast. Real fast doing those. Not seeing anything special here yet. What's over here? No. Unless there's a green gas giant hiding here.
SmartGamer01 said the rescues were great. Max representative ReCQ missions were dropping very good high grades of all types.
Well, when you say dropping, are you talking about rewards for the missions? You're not talking about having to scoop any up, right?
SmartGamer01 said yes.
Okay. Well, that sounds really good, though. That didn't even cross my mind. You know, I was thinking, okay, they're just giving out money and, you know, some crappy piece of equipment or something. So but for the burning station, I was out with Distant Worlds 3. And the other one that had the cargo racks, I would say I came back to the bubble just to do that, but that isn't true. I was bringing the squadron fleet carrier back and stuff. So while I was back in the bubble, I went ahead and did one trip just to qualify for it. So I had that done. I did come back for for one of them. That I came back to do one, but it shut down too quick.
At Vagabond
the one
Warrior
after that I came back for.
9375 said reward mats were 16 top level, and you trade them down. Plus was only slightly less creds.
What?
Well worth it.
Well, that's cool, yeah. Well, I don't do those type of things for the money, because, you know, money's usually not much of a problem.
In this vast infinity.
Unless you're out by Hawkins Gap or past Hawkins Gap looking for life and not finding anything good, but we'll see. Now once I get to where, and again I won't get there tonight, I'm still way far away from there. But once I get there I will just park the carrier and just start working the stars in the area and stuff, because I know there's stuff out there. Just have to find them, and they're not necessarily around K-type stars that I tend to go through when I'm looking for life. So I'll do a couple of voxel surveys, and a voxel survey in that region of space is not usually a big deal because there aren't that many stars. And we got 13 bodies here. 2 stars. What was it last stream? Asked me if I had any tips and stuff.
MarkGamer01 said not sure, but I think for the CG it was counting the max credit total towards the CG tally even if you didn't take the credit reward.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know how they were scoring that particular one on whether it was like the number of passengers you took or the amount of money you made off of each mission, you know, that counted towards the goal.
One more jump, never stop, never done.
That's another thing. I need to start engineering my Lynx. I don't think I've done much engineering on it yet. I did fly it around just to play with it to see. It seems like a flying ship for what it is. Translate that to for free. It's a great ship. And by free, if you haven't found out or you don't know, if you just log into the ARC store, you can get one for 0 ARCs. If you haven't done that yet, do it. We have Stratum Tectonica. Finally, you know what we'll be doing? And we have more Stratum Tectonica.
Curious cat, touch the stars. One more world, one more jump.
It's 2 Stratum Tectonica. That almost makes it worthwhile. Make my average, it looks like, pretty quick at this rate. My average being about 300 in a 3-hour stream, 300 million, so. Okay, there's a gas giant hiding some stuff somewhere. Not behind here. Here it is. Not green. Okay, where you hide? Oh, there's more gas giants. Okay. Oh, are you going to be off to the side somewhere? That's not funny. I hate it when they do this. Sure it's not behind there? Alright, well, when in doubt, let's make things tinier in the sky. And we'll come and get those 2 Stratum Tectonicas if we're lucky. Okay. Where are you hiding? There it is. Well, it wasn't even green. Okay, we want to go to A4 and A5. Oops. So where's A4? Not far at all. Looks like A4 and A5 are the same distance. They're probably orbiting each other or something.
You fire up the engines. You set course for distant systems. You leave the bubble behind.
Oh, we're just gonna go right by it because that's what happens with me. That would be exclamation loop. Anybody so inclined. It looks like they do orbit each other. That's convenient. Now we just need to know where's the sun. Looks like it's over this way.
In the dark. In the dark.
These are, yeah, they're both ammonias. So, okay.
You die through spinning nebulae. You dodge the void's embrace.
Yeah, I did bring up my Linux copy of Elite on Steam so it could update. It didn't take long. Well, it updated, copied the files over from this computer. I did. That's kind of cool that Steam can do that. If you have Steam on multiple computers, it will grab the game from a local network instead of downloading it. That's real helpful. More probes. We'll do it with 2 because we do have the super duper probes, I think.
when the hope creeps, when the power fades. When the silence
Okay.
you push through the maze. You
Let's go find it. And hopefully it will be abundant. Nose. The nose knows. Where's it dark at? It's not dark anywhere. Okay. So we'll head over there.
get the storm. You let the world unknown. You show what's never shown. You party is commander. You reach so far. You make your
Looking good.
in the dark. You make your mark in the endless storm.
I don't want the crater itself, but this area right there. Yeah, that should work. See if we get lucky here. Usually this stuff renders right in front of me. We'll see. Get down to 600 meters or so. My GPU is slow. And there it is. Okay.
Sherry Mike 61 just followed.
Oh, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. I need follows on YouTube. Appreciate them on Twitch also, but I really need more on YouTube. Let's see how hot it is here. Today, game today. Really, you gonna be like this? There it goes. Okay. And our first football, so that guarantees that we'll get the discovery bonus.
Stratum tectonicus confirmed present. Base value 19.01 million. Minimum sample distance 500 meters. First partial sample collected.
If you can't find anything exotic, find something to make you rich.
Minimum distance reached. You've traveled over 500 meters from previous sample.
Usually when the game takes a huge amount of time doing this, it's going to crash on me at some point. We'll see. May just be that
Ads starting in 1 minute.
it's just slow as hell.
Second partial sample collected.
So what else are you guys out in the elite world doing?
I used to watch the stars from here.
I know what you're doing, Mart, if you're doing what you always do. Same thing I'm doing. Except better.
my heart was always racing. They said the void would break
I
me.
don't want that crater. I don't have to go that far. There should be some right over here, maybe.
Minimum distance reached. You've traveled over 500 meters from previous sample.
Come on. Be nice, game. Be nice. And sometimes it takes a while to show up for me.
MarkGamer01 said I am mining for the squad carrier ATM.
Ah,
T11 Easy Street.
you need tritium? Is that what you're mining for? Alright, don't be this way, game. There we go, there's some. As long as we didn't double back, we'll be okay.
MarkGamer01 said yup. Go Juice.
Where are you located? I assume you're in open. That can't be you over there. That's in the bubble. I can't point at whatever it is because they're the wrong type of star, I bet. Yeah.
MarkGamer01 said just load in now.
What was that? Oh. Wow, the alert for your follow sure just came through. That's impressive. That's impressive. I can't say how impressed I am by that. Okay. Okay, we're good on this planet now, right? No, I still gotta disembark and get this. That would be embarrassing. I've done that before though. Get busy in chat and forget what I was doing and just leave. I've actually found Stratum Tectonica before and didn't even go to the planet to get it because I was talking in chat and I just jumped away from the system. A lot more here than it looked like. Yeah, it's a cool 95 million. Let's go get another 95 million on A5.
Sample collection complete.
Oh, my nose itches. I'm sure glad my camera's not on because I'm scratching the hell out of my nose.
Curious cat cuts through the void. Another system to explore. Stars like diamonds in the night.
I don't want to go zooming by A5 since this planet, they're orbiting each other. It's going to be right next to me.
Every jump could be his last, but he's built to go so fast. Through the dangers, through the fear. He's a void commander, fighting maps across the sky. Every planet tells a story of a soul who dares to fly. Through the endless, through the dark. He's the fire, he's the spark. Void commander.
So, what do you want to bet? I can go flying right by this puppy.
Seen and scanned 1,000 suns.
Yeah. Almost. I thought I did, but I didn't. Okay.
Discovery makes him radio silence. He's alone. But dawn, the galaxy's his home.
I'm sure the carrier has done jumped. How many more jumps do we have anyway? 5. That's okay. I'm not in a hurry.
He's a void commander, writing maps
Try not to speed too much.
every planet tells a story of a soul who dares to fly through the endless, through the dark. He's the fire, he is the spark. Void commander.
I'm assuming this will be very similar to the last planet. Bacterian stratum tectonica.
Body A5 has high biological value.
Answers unknown.
Alright, let's see what we find up here.
Writing maps across the sky.
Hmm.
Planet tells a story of a soul who dares to fly through the endless, through the dark. He's the legend, he's the mark. Void commander. Void commander.
Not my favorite soil color for finding stratum tectonica, but if it works, it works.
Still riding the stars. I feel the pull beyond this world. My heart beats fast as engines hum. The void calls out with ancient songs. I know that I'm the chosen one. Each star ahead holds mysteries that no one else has ever seen. I'm breaking free from gravity. Nothing can hold me down. I am starbound, flying true.
That'll work.
That's the edge of all we knew. I am starbound, made
Vagabond Soul underscore said shows up so nicely.
Yeah, it is. It does actually. Not always, though. Sometimes the soil is really light colored. It can be hard to see.
my ship cuts through the cosmic dust. These alien skies stretch endlessly. I scan each world with careful eyes, recording what
Come on.
is mine to chart. I'll map the paths that lead to home. No fear can slow my beating heart. I was born to roam. I am so
Stratum Tectonica's confirmed presence. Base value 19.01 million. Minimum sample distance 500 meters. First partial sample collected.
One down. Guess that's the carrier jump message. Yeah.
when others say never make it. I just smile.
Minimum distance reached.
Chances.
You've traveled over 500 meters from previous sample.
How I see the vast expanse. I'm not running from my
Only need one. I don't need a big patch of them.
I am starbound, flying true. Past the edge of all we knew. I am starbound. This is me, writing my own history. Through the dark between the suns, I'll keep going, never done.
I miss my RX 580. Two down.
Through the black beyond the stars. Engines burn, we're breaking far. Warning signs flash red and bright. But I push through into the night.
I don't know if those over there are far enough away, but those over there are.
Every wolf racing to survive. Space debris and pirate praise, but they'll never clip my space power.
Kind of overshot a little bit.
Every line, all these stars are yours and mine. Chart the course no one has tried.
Alright, we'll be done in this system. Woohoo! I'm not complaining. 185 million. What? That's not right. 190 million. Could be worse.
Precious metals, time to dock. Pirates on the radar screen.
This is long even for my computer, though. It usually doesn't take quite that long to disembark and stuff.
Send weapons hot, diving through an asteroid lot. They won't catch this shit today. Already plotted my escape. Born to break past every line. All these stars are yours and mine. Chart the course no one has tried.
Okay, let's blow this place and go.
Deep inside. Deep inside. Caught between the void and flame. Playing this high stakes game. Warning lights and sirens scream. But freedom's worth more than it seems. Silent drift, power low. One last chance, time to go.
Another Class K star coming up.
Born to break past every line. Oh,
That's good since I'm filtering those. Among those, at least.
the course no one has tried.
If I find one more stratum tectonic, I'll be happy. If I don't, I'll still be happy. I've found enough. Enough to pay for my carrier for another couple of weeks. Easy.
This commander's ready to go.
Nothing here. Everybody have big plans for Memorial Day? No, Sweet Star said she's having a cookout. I think I have a little tiny grill in the garage. I should break that out. Just from the mere principle of it. And grill a hamburger and some hot dogs or something.
Body A. Undiscovered.
Undiscovered with 17 bodies. Oh boy.
Through the silence of the deep, we carry all our yearning where the ancient sea secrets sleep.
Some distance between me and the star. Let's see what we got. No Earth likes. No notable stellar phenomena.
Body A2.
Possibly
Ammonia
stratum
atmospheric
tectonic in it
blendable
and a
with
couple
life.
of other things. I'm not unhappy with that.
For the dreamers who will follow close behind. So chart the void, my fearless friend. Let
Swore there was something else there. Okay.
galaxies your canvas now. Paint trails of light for fear and fog. Chart the void, command.
In case you're wondering how I'm guessing what's on the planet's lead observatory core's BioInsight plugin when IFSS something, it looks at all the data and takes a really, really good guess at what could be there.
Body B5. Neon-rich
That
atmospheric
list and the
landfall.
number of biosignals lets me determine fairly fast whether I'm going to effort something or not. If nothing of high value is listed, then I pretty much ignore it.
Stardust at your ship.
And if a couple of things are listed but only one biosignal, you know, it depends on what it is. That happens often with the stratum tectonic in bacteria. You'll come across something that could be either be a bacteria
Body
or
B1.
stratum tectonica.
Carbon dioxide atmospheric
Another
blendable
stratum
with life.
tectonica and some other things.
host a
Possibly,
new
maybe some
personal
good stuff
codex
on that
entry.
one. Some Clipus and stuff maybe. We'll have to map it to see for sure what's there. But if there's only one biosignal and possibility of stratum tectonica and or bacteria, sometimes I will ignore that too, if depending on how hungry I am for money. Most of the time it's the bacteria, but not always. So, I mean, it's worth checking out. It happens often enough.
Body A6.
Okay.
5 of 6 premium boost materials.
Let's see what we are listed here with. It is telling me, I could show you, but I'm not. On A2, there's 4 biosignals, but there's possibly Alliota, Bacteria, Concha, Fungoidea, Ossis, and Stratum. In cases like this, most of the time, the bacteria doesn't drop off that list. Since there's more things listed than there are biosignals, something's going to come off this list, and it's almost always the Alliota and Concha. So there's a good chance the Stratum is there. And on B1, there's 5 bios, and almost the same exact list, except with the addition of Clipus. A high-paying Clipus, too, and the Alliota is a high-paying one. But let's... Unfortunately, on A2, the only thing high-paying is the Stratum. So we'll go to A2 first and see what we got, and then we'll go to B1. I don't know how far B1 is going to be, but let's see.
Your ship.
A1 is close by, and B1 is going to be, oh my god. It's probably worth going to. 438,000 light seconds. Mercy sakes. That's what your skull drive's for, though, right? Can you imagine doing that on the chance that there may be something good there without a skull drive? I'd do it. I mean, I've done it in the past, but without BioInsights, without BioInsights, since it's an ammonia world, though, with that many biosigns, it, you know, odds are usually there's something good. Wait a minute. B1, it's carbon dioxide. I don't know if I would do it. I'm going to do it because I've got the BioInsights plugin and it's giving me a list of what's there, but since it's a carbon dioxide, I probably wouldn't have efforted that since it's so far away without BioInsights to give me a possible list of stuff. If there's an ammonia with 5 biosigns, I probably would, but you never know. Let's hope the Stratum doesn't drop off the list. I mean, it's possible. It does occasionally, but it's pretty rare that Stratum's the item that drops off the list. So. Are we just lucky that the sun is right behind us?
to see brand new suns, charting path one by one, strange new worlds
That's an
underfoot.
interesting looking world though, isn't it? Ammonia? Huh. That's very odd to me.
Through darkest space, no map to show which way to go. Every horizon calls your name. Every horizon calls your name. Every horizon calls
What's that? Oh my god. I'm an idiot. You know why I'm an idiot? Come on, chat. Speak up. Because it's A2, not A1. Well, we mapped A1 for the fun of it.
past every wall up to
Hey. See if we can run into the star this time.
every horizon calls your name. Every horizon calls
It was B1, not A1. A2 and B1.
calls your name. Into the dark you break new ground. Every horizon calls your
Yeah, I'm doing that on purpose because that's what I like to do.
Every star knows your name. Log entry 2184. Another day out here alone. I used to think space was empty and cold, but now I know it's calling me home. The stars reach out with invisible hands, drawing me further each day. I never thought I'd find purpose so
That's enough.
far from everything I knew to say. 'Cause the voice speaks to me in frequencies unknown. Whoa. Every pulse turns stars begun, shows me where to roam. I'm just following signals nobody else hears, mapping past through the dark, leaving
Body
no
A2
fears.
has high biological value.
There's the stratum we want and everything. Okay, that's all we care about. It's the stratum on this planet. And we'd like to prefer the daylit side, so let's go over here.
Log entry 218.
Because
I touched down on new ground.
what's up, man?
Aliens
I'm streaming. How's what about DW3?
they said I was mad.
Oh, well, guess what I'm doing? I'm doing what I always do and what I did during DW3.
In pure revelation,
Same thing, different place.
frequencies unknown. Every pulsar and star shows me where to roam. I'm just following signals.
You want to switch to Discord? I can barely understand you in this game.
Entry, dancing with celestial design.
Okay.
Each planet I chart comes yours and mine.
My headphones on here.
It's better I chose the flows than mine. Sometimes in the silence between the
Ooh.
stars, I feel you pulling me on, like gravity's force across endless dark, showing
Can you hear me?
where I'm.
Okay.
Voice speaks to me in frequencies unknown. Every pulsar and star shows me where to roam. I'm just following signals. Nobody
Mine should be muted, so I muted mine. Okay, now the stream should be able to hear your Discord.
Oh, great, great. Are you able to hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you much better here. I got headphones on now for Discord.
Yeah, you're coming through, Chris. Crystal clear. That's pretty sweet. It's always good to chat.
Yeah.
So I saw that you were somewhere around 20,000 light years out.
Yeah, I'm about halfway to where I'm planning on going. Mark Gamer found some quadra, I can't even pronounce them, something pods that I'd never seen before, and he posted pictures in my Discord, so I said, I'm going to go see them. So I am.
So let me see where.
The stars are calling out our names. We're burning bright, we're chasing flames.
I'm in the open, you should be able to see me. Well, I guess you knew
Yeah,
that.
it's the weird thing. It's
We're riding through the endless night.
You may see a bookmark from my carrier, which is not, it's ahead of me a little bit. Oh, so, and there we go.
you are way east, out in the boonies of the galaxy now.
Oh, that's not stratum, that's Ossus. Damn it.
Pushes forward.
I forgot there's more than one type of life here. What is this stratum going to be liking then? What color is this stratum? It's lime, so it should show up pretty good.
Now that I have Elite 5 on both trade and exploration, it's time to close the gap on exobiology on Elite 2 there.
Oh yeah, you got a ways to go.
I got ways to go.
Man, where's the damn stratum at? Finding everything else. Let's look at the terrain a moment. Let's go over there. Maybe it likes rocks. I may have to go back up and come back down somewhere else. Usually stratum's very easy to find. Oops.
Yeah, there's been a couple of times where Stratum decided that somehow it was going to hide itself.
Yeah, that's happened to me before. I mean, at one time, I wouldn't give up, though. I went up to orbit and back down 4 times before I came down in the spot where it was at. Even though it was colored correctly, it just wasn't to be found. It looks like that's going to be the case here. Usually it's just right here. So we'll go check over there real quick.
It should be a little bit easier for me to get some exobiology done now that I'm scanning for high value roads.
You didn't have to do that anyway.
If I'm going to Elite 5, I do.
But it happens
Yeah,
it happens automatically when you go towards exobiology because you're always scanning, mapping things anyway.
For a lot of stuff, yeah, that's true. I just wanted to get there before the end of
Ads starting in 1
the
minute.
expedition.
Oh, that's good. That's a cool goal. I'm not. Don't let me take away anything there. That's a nice accomplishment.
No worries. And you're right, you know, eventually you get there.
I got Elite 5 in exploration and exobiology almost at the same moment. I mean, within a month of each other. I didn't concentrate on anything except exobiology. Okay, I'm gonna go up to orbit. This is not working out. I'll come back down to a different spot. And I gotta go 453,000 light seconds for the next planet that has stratum here in this system. I'll do it though, because I got a SCO drive.
You mean your Mandalay today?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, I'm in my fleet carrier, but I'm paralleling the fleet carrier's course and just checking systems in between waypoints.
Yeah, I got a little bit burnt out pushing fleet carriers all across the galaxy map.
Well, I actually did a Caspian Neutron Highway run back to almost Beagle Point to pick up the squadron fleet carrier and take it to the bubble. Well, I took it to waypoint 13 or something, and then to the bubble, and then I did another neutron run back out, then a neutron run back to get my fleet carrier and bring it to the waypoint. So I did a lot of
You're
neutron
feeling
stuff.
it. I'm on the Neutron Highway right now. In fact, I'm working back towards the Distant Worlds 3 beacon. I've got my Tsunami's Arc fleet carrier there, and it's just there to take care of the stragglers. And I figured, well, we finally don't have a community goal
Yeah,
for the first time in a month.
I was hoping that they would go ahead and do that the Colonia one that Galnet was talking about a possibility of, but
We'll see what happens.
I stuck around until the server tick in the bubble, and it didn't happen. So I said, okay, I'm gonna go back out. Something
surprised that they didn't have it.
Something happens next tick, I'll just start heading over that way, or I can take the Caspian over there to participate. Oh, there's a nice frame stutter.
Yeah, I've got the notion of taking the Ark down to the Project Altea
What is this?
place and work on that.
Man,
Little colonies.
look at the frame rate
Which
on
fine.
this thing.
Oh,
The game is horrible there. There we go. There's some stratum. Finally. I'm back down in a good spot this time, evidently. I need a new GPU.
how's the computer?
Computer's fine. My RX 580 died, and so I had to fall back on this 1050 Ti, and it's just struggling. It's working, but it's struggling. I mean, I can play and everything, but it's not as smooth
Speaking
and
of
stuff.
old stuff, I finally took the time to go buy some of the legacy ships just to have them in my inventory, try them out, and just see
Why not?
how they fly. Yeah, I finally flew an Anaconda, Mamba.
I remember I was so excited when I got my Anaconda, and I probably have used my Anaconda less than 20 times. Because not too long after I got the Anaconda, I got my Corvette. And I said, nah. Didn't need the Anaconda anymore. Had my Aspects, had my Aspects, had my Corvette. I didn't need anything else.
With its bow, it definitely feels like you're flying a ship, actually a ship.
Yeah, well, it is a big ship, and I haven't, now one thing I haven't done is I haven't been in the Anaconda in VR. I've been in my Corvette in VR, and that was pretty awesome. And my Python, but not the Anaconda. I haven't even tried VR since my RX 580 died. I don't know if it would probably choke big time. Probably won't know till I try it though and see. But.
Yep. Well, I mentioned that I was bringing an account up to Rainbow's End so that we can make something in that place. And
did you ever did you get it parked out there?
Yeah. The Rainbow Connection is up there providing outfitting services, and lo and behold, today somebody bought about half a dozen modules for something small. I can tell based off of what they had plucked out.
Well, they probably bought a Caspian there and went, oh hell, it won't jump out of here.
Maybe
Like I
things that they
did.
bought- yeah, the things that they bought look like they belonged to a smaller ship just because of the class size. I've got the pictures.
Yeah.
But what's weird is that Anara says that somebody had bought over 100 modules from between the time I checked yesterday and today. That's not correct. I have the pictures. I know how many modules were taken out, and it was around half a dozen. So I don't know how long it's been on calculation.
I don't know.
Yeah, Rainbow Connection's up there, and if anybody needs to ride in or out of...
How do you
the system,
can you restock it there though?
Yeah, it's a fleet carrier administration office up there.
Oh, really?
That's why the station is actually of some value.
Ah, I did not know that. Okay.
So if you are wanting to maximize how much tritium you take up there, for example, what you can do is fly a stripped down carrier with maximum tritium load, and then when you get there, you can put whatever services on that you want. So you keep your fuel efficiency as good as it can be, and you haul up as much tritium as you can haul up. And the star carrier up there is the Star Insomnia. From,
That's the ground.
Leaf, and,
I just scraped the ground. That's what shields are for. That's what shields
yeah,
are for.
that's what shields are for. Doing the job. But he's sold the carrier load twice over now. Fortunately, they've got a great resupply system. But,
That's very cool.
somebody's using it. Somebody's coming through. A couple of carriers up there right now.
I would have used it
Aside from
if-
ours.
when I got my Caspian. You know, I got my Caspian there because that's when they came out for credits.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, well, I'll go ahead and get a Caspian and just park it on the squadron fleet carrier, which was not too far from there. And then I very rapidly realized I did not have the jump range to get out of there.
No, and even with the A-rated stuff that I sell, the Mark IIs are not available. So you don't get the full benefit of a Caspian even if you get the A-rated.
Well, at least you can get out of there,
So
though.
it's probably.
So I just took my Mandalay back to the squadron fleet carrier and just transferred it over there.
Yeah.
And then I came and got it later. Well, when I just let it ride back, you know, on.
So my plan, with the long term, is as I accumulate credits, because that's what you do. You should play the game. Just keep company.
It's going to be one.
Eventually, I'll get a squadron carrier for that third account of mine that lives up there now, and fly it up to wherever Project Altia's furthest super supply system is, because they always sell tritium. They build them out so that they spawn tritium markets, and the carrier will fuel up there. I've even run the numbers based off of where they're at right now, and you can get 40,000 tons of tritium up to Rainbow's End on the squadron carrier if you fuel from their furthest reach, and it will only get better
Right.
because they are just continuing to push further towards their goal, which is a point about 7,000 light years to the east of Sagitt. So they're doing impressive work.
Yeah, they were like at about 10,000 light years out from the bubble, I think, now, aren't they?
Yeah, they're really pushing it. They're in the normal expanse now. So I'm eager to join them as soon as I can do that. Their first of June is
Here we go.
keeping a carrier for the stragglers of the distant Worlds 3 that's still in the Stinger Beacon.
Let's see how much fuel we burn with 400,000 light seconds.
That's a fun little logistics problem to see. Well, how in the world do you get people to stay interested in bring us in as a destination to use it as that exploration center as it's meant for. And, you know, my solution to that is, well, you have to
Put something
provide
useful there.
something useful there, and you have to put, most especially tritium, because most of the people who go out that way are going to be taking a carrier, or they'll have a Caspian perhaps. But unless you can bring the cost of tritium down, nobody's going to bother going there. And,
Well, tritium's normally
you have
not
to be-
not that expensive in the bubble and stuff, but people charge a lot out in the
Right.
black for it.
and that's because of all the costs that go into it. You have your
Yeah, I don't fault them
Not
for,
just-
you know, they're not gouging people per se, but there's a lot of overhead in getting it there.
right. There's an enormous amount of overhead getting it there.
Time invested.
Now, part of that time can be alleviated by using some of those third-party tools like cats, like that.
Those are some
Um,
terms of service issues with
There's
some
some
of
terms
that.
of service
Yeah.
issues there, yeah. So it's,
I know someone who
Use it
uses it. I don't
at
use
risk.
it. I haven't used it. I'm not saying that I wouldn't use it. I'm just saying I don't have it, so
I haven't used it yet.
I burn a little bit of fuel, but we're here. We'll go a long way for Stratum Tectonica, but this also could have some. If that Clipus sticks around, that's another high paying thing. So.
Catching starlight as the hyperspace unfurls.
And Aliota, we'll have to see what drops off. Again, Aliota and Concha usually drop off, but we'll see. There's 5 bios here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 types listed. So 3 things are going to drop off. Hopefully, it won't be the Stratum Range one. Tell you, my stream chat is quiet before I got on Discord and stuff. And we're talking. Now no one's talking to me. If anybody in chat wants to join us in Discord, you're more than welcome to hop on my Discord server, and it's an open chat right now. And we're just going to do another loop by here because that's what happens when I'm talking and flying at the same time. Happened 3 times in this stream alone tonight.
How long have you been streaming?
An hour and 30 minutes.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
Vagabond
Well
Soul
past that.
_ said just space trucking and enjoying you in background.
Well, Vagabond, as long as someone's enjoying me, that's all that matters. Usually people tell me to
Are
shut
the
up.
cats,
Tell me to shut up so they can hear the music. Are the cats what?
How are the cats doing?
They're fine. Annoying, but they're fine. Eating, crapping, and meowing, and loving, and things that cats do. A lot of, if I might add.
Little Critten Kratses.
Alright, let's see what drops off. Fingers crossed. And... okay, we have Clipus and we have Stratum.
Nice.
Yes, indeed, that is nice. Now the question is, Clipus and Stratum co-locate? Hopefully. Looks like they do. Well, that's for Texas. Wait a minute. Okay. That's gonna suck.
Did you see the Earth 2 winner?
I did not. I guess I could go look. I saw the photos of things winners, but I didn't see the Earth 2 winner. What was their score?
It was the one that was there from the beginning. if I've understood things, where it was like it was an 81.1.
Really? That is,
My match goal.
I would have expected it to be a little higher, but
And it was the Sagittarius Carino mark.
oh yeah. I think the highest one I had was either 67 or barely in the 70s, but
Yeah,
I turned in like
71.
8 or so, but I knew they weren't going to be worth anything, but I turned them in anyway.
They had the lowest one to make the top 10 was 73.4. Curad, Curadh, he had 1.
I don't like this terrain at all.
3.
Do not like this terrain. At least not for flight this, but we'll see what we got. Let me see stratum here, hopefully.
Have you ever done the wine hauling up to
Reckham's Peak?
Reckham's Peak?
Yeah, I did that a long time ago.
Did that a couple of weeks ago. It was fun. I enjoyed that. It was nice racing, trying to guess sometimes which carrier was going to open up next.
Started to say, do you have any trouble getting a carrier in up there? That's been the problem.
I didn't bring mine. I hopped aboard the PTN Boost News. Joined their Discord.
Well, did they have any trouble getting in there? Because
Oh yeah. They always have.
they probably have someone holding a slot for them so they could bail and,
Right,
and get it.
They're very organized. There are a lot of dead carriers up in.
Yeah, because there was somebody complaining the other day on my stream. I think it was my stream somewhere. They were complaining, and I said, "Well, why don't you report them to FDev? Maybe somebody just got some dead carriers or something." Or they said they managed to get in eventually, but I know
Well, just
the last time I tried to go there, I gave up waiting. I waited 2 days, trying to get that last jump in on my carrier. No one never got a slot in there. So,
I personally wouldn't want to take a slot in this group activity. If it was a group of folks using my carrier, that'd be or if I
well,
volunteered
every
as
time
part
I've
of the
gone
PTA.
there, I just go there and get a picture and and stuff, and then I'm out. I leave. I don't want to
Yeah.
hog anything. What's that over there? More rocks. I'm not seeing any life, though. This might be more challenging than I had intended. But then again, as slow as everything renders for me, I could have flown by something already. Let's just hang here a second and give time for everything to develop and then look around.
Sometimes I found you just have to wait before the music.
Yeah. Well, I don't usually have to land, but especially since my GPU died, it sometimes takes a few moments for things to render it. And some things don't render until you're right up on them anyway. I'm not seeing nothing.
Now, speaking of, going above the galactic plane, like the Rikem's Peak, or whatever it's called, there was something called the Lemon Nebula.
Stratum, at least.
That one was well worth a look.
See, look at
Some
it.
pretty pictures of
I
that.
brought the camera up to look around, and while I was waiting, the stratum just miraculously appeared right in front of me.
Very good.
Yeah. So hopefully the Clypus will miraculously appear in front of, or right next to this stuff. Looks like something did. This is one of those cases where an SRV, driving around an SRV might actually be beneficial, but that's not the way I roll.
Pun intended.
Well, no, actually. No, but hey, it worked out though. Anytime game. I know it was closer than that. Okay. Well, at least we'll get the stratum. I don't know about the Clipus. Clipus, whatever it's called.
At bjamin187 said hello.
Others.
Well, hello,
Raven Tectonics
B-Jammin.
confirmed present. Base value 19.01 million. Minimum sample
How are you doing
distance
today,
500
B-Jammin?
meters.
This
First
weekend.
partial sample collected.
I'm out here doing my exobio thing. For another hour or so. It depends. This will be 3 stratum tectonicas though, so I'm happy. I've met my quota. If I get this Clipus, that'll be good. If I get my 300 million in a 3-hour stream, I'm happy. I tell people you can do 1 billion really pretty straightforward in a couple of days without
Minimum distance
huge
reached.
amount of effort.
You've traveled over 500 meters from previous sample.
Leading the way, breaking through the dark. Every light we chase.
At bjamin187 said very good, lovely autumn day here in New Zealand. Clover_staying_gaming said Clover 214.07's Clover 214 dance Clover 214.07's hey guys.
Hey Clover, welcome in. An autumn day in New Zealand, huh? I would say it's almost a summer day here in where I live. And if the game cooperates, I'll be, here we go. Scanning this.
Clover_staying_gaming said hiya.
I thought you said hi when you came in. I said, didn't I
Second
say hi
partial
to
sample
you?
collected.
Why aren't you helping Bishop with this yet again more colonization? Man, he's a colonizing fool, ain't he? And we helped a friend of ours, Commander Bishop, right? Or is it Sir Rogue? No, Commander Bishop with colonization stations.
Nice.
Yeah, it was nice. I was gonna help it, and then Anonymice and Gerwin Jones showed up in their carriers, so it went real quick.
Yeah, just one person doing
Minimum distance
even
reached.
a
You've traveled over 500 meters from previous sample.
Well, an outpost is like 9,000 tons. It's not that big a deal, but
I thought there were 20.
no, or installation. One of them was like 8,900 or something.
At
Maybe.
bjamin187 said but I'd rather be on a frozen remote rocky world squelching through bacterium 20k light years away, of course.
Alright, stats.
Well,
Here's
be
the
jamming.
stats.
You're more than welcome to join me. I'm on my way out to see some weird stuff that Mark Gamer found. You can come catch up with me. I'm only 20,000 light years out. I'm about halfway. I'm going to be heading over to, I can't remember, was it there? Or I think it's here. No, it's there. And, been doing a lot of exploring.
Clover_staying_gaming said I have enough systems they about pay for my weekly carrier pay.
Boy, you must have a lot or some big tier 3s, because my colonized system pays me just over 1 million credits a week, and of course that's nowhere near enough to pay for my carrier. Okay, now my question is, did I disembark and go scan this? I think I did, but I actually don't remember because I was talking.
So the total amount of commodities for the various things. So the Coriolis or asteroid base is 53,000.
Right.
And the Celis is 200.
Clover underscore stang underscore gaming said 3 tier 3 systems and 5 or 4 just ladder systems where I did minimal.
Are all
Vagabond
just shy of
Soul underscore
19,000.
asks how much can be made by
It
colonies.
says orbital installations.
At Bjamin187
Those are
said the call of the black is
6.
strong.
Some of them are
But before I
10s.
do, I think I want to take a tour of Guardian Ruins first, get some
Sample
blueprints.
collection complete.
Okay, Benjamin, hang on just a second. You can go there. Here, I'm going to show you where a Guardian site is that you can go to. It's in between me and the bubble where I'm currently at, but Edda Karina. I went there and got their relics and stuff.
Clover underscore stang underscore gaming said make more hauling to make the system, then you do from the residual income.
Here, this place right here has Guardian. It's got a couple of Guardian places. And it's, I can't remember what type they are, but they're the type that don't have sentinels. But I stopped off there on my way back from Distant Worlds one time to do the CG, so I stopped off there and picked up a bunch of relics and went on
At
in.
Bjamin187 said thanks for a screenshot, appreciated.
Well, I wouldn't know about this either, except
Clover underscore stang underscore gaming said wow,
I can't remember
never
if it
been
was
there.
Nami
I
Cami
usually go
or
to the normal
somebody
spots
else.
for mats. At
told me in chat.
Bjamin187 said got a screenshot I mean.
I can't remember who it was. I feel so bad because I want to give credit to who it was, but someone told me about this, so I went there, and sure enough, there are like 2 planets I think that have Guardian ruins on them. There's somebody here. I cannot remember really which planet it was. So. For the life of me, I cannot remember. Oh well. They're there somewhere, though. If you Google this name of this system, it'll tell you where they're located. Or once you get in the system, you can look at your nav
Clover
panel.
underscore stang underscore gaming said do you know what mats they have there? Or scans? That would be useful for the Vanguard.
I know. All I know is there was a
At
bunch of relics and things.
Bjamin187 said I really dig
And
the
there was,
Guardians.
some
Home
type
they come
of,
back and don't immediately try to eat us.
Those obelisks that you drive up to and you can scan them. I don't, for the life of me though, I don't remember, well, hang on. I'm sure Google will tell you though if you Google that place. Okay, we're done in this system, thank God. No, I haven't got the Clipus, damn it. There's supposed to be Clipus here, so let's look around a minute. I'm not going to spend all day looking for it though. Usually it should be co-locating here with these things.
Clover underscore stang underscore gaming said okay, so alpha and the type of scan data. Those are good for the Guardian SLF.
Now there was scan data because I know when I got mats I was like maybe inventory would be more helpful. Is it under encoded?
Ads starting in 1 minute.
No. Now they showed up here and I was like, well, when did I get that? No, Guardian Power Cells, Power Conduit, those did not come there. I don't know. But there was some kind of, I think there was something you get for blueprints, but I didn't do it. Oh well, I don't know. You're talking to the wrong person here. Sorry. But if you Google it, I'm sure that there's details about where to find what, how to find it and stuff. All I knew is there was relics there, and luckily there was no sentinels, so I didn't have to fight them off. It was just simply very much like Dav's Hope: drive around, find them, pick them up, and menu log, and do it all again. You can talk because I'm just talking in chat, but you can talk also.
I was just I was trying to get the trip navigated is all. Pushing to get this thing back to my carrier before I go to bed, which is pretty soon.
Alright, I'm gonna try something here. It probably won't work out for me, but I'm gonna land. I'm gonna get out and I'm gonna stand on the ship and I'm gonna send out the pulse. Because sometimes I found
At
Protexa that way, because Protexa is one of those
asks,
things
did you
that doesn't show
discover
up
them,
unless you're
or
right up on it.
SLDID someone else get there first?
No. I did not discover those Guardian things. As I said, somebody in chat mentioned them to me. They're near the Eta Carina, whatever nebula there, and everything around nebulas is pretty much already discovered. You know, it's just people flock to nebulas and stuff. So if you're looking for undiscovered things, you're not probably going to find them around any nebulas. At least not the ones near the bubble. Or can I get up there in this gravity? I'm pretty sure this will be fruitless, but I'm gonna give it a try. Okay, there's the stratum that I've already gotten.
CMDR_Cowreek said sup guys 07.
Hey, Commander Rick. Like the coffee maker? I don't know if I'm saying that right. Probably not. I'm trying to see where this Clypus that's supposed to be here is, and I have not been able to get eyes on any of it, and I was hoping that maybe some of it would light up, but... I did... Wait, what's that over there? Are those rocks? Whatever it is isn't glowing. Yeah, oh well.
Clover_Stang_Gaming said Clover 214.07's Bacard 13 salute.
Yeah, those are just rocks. Okay. Alright, well, you guys know what I'm gonna do, right? We're gonna fly. We'll change up the terrain a little bit and look around. At least we got the stratum out of the way. That was the primary thing. Clypus is 12 million base value, so that'd be 60 more
At
million.
Bjamin187 said big sale at FDev store right now, but no chrome paint jobs, sad face emoji.
I've got the chrome black for my Caspian. I would like to, if they had just chrome, I'd like to get the other Caspian in that. I've got two Caspians. I like one that's glossy black and one that's, you know, not. So let's change this terrain up a little bit.
Talking about the sales on the...
Yeah, be jamming on
yeah.
in chat on YouTube. Says that FDev is having a big sale right now.
They do indeed have a good one.
I don't have money to throw at ARCs right now, so... It would be so helpful if you could send that damn pulse out, though, from your ship. Man. Not seeing anything. This is just... Okay. Let's go up to orbit. We will pick another Clypus spot and come down. Try our luck again. See how it goes. So, Bjamin, did you buy anything? I think all the arcs. In fact, I bought the black chrome job with arcs that I just accrued over time. So all the arcs I have right now is just accrued. I don't know how much I have. I don't have enough to buy anything though.
Did you enjoy any time in the links?
I have the links, and I did just a small amount of engineering on it, and I flew it around a little bit, and I said, "Oh, this is certainly worth what I paid for it." No, I'm serious though. I mean, it's not a bad ship. At least it didn't feel like a bad ship.
MarkGamer01 said Clippius are normally easy
Well, you got the
pickings.
Zero Arcs one, right?
Surprised
Right.
it's giving you this much trouble.
I use it as my new suicide winder.
Well, Mark
So
Gamer, you're not wrong. The Clipus is usually pretty easy to spot. I mean, before I shoot my mouth off, let me make sure I got the filter set to the right thing. Okay, I do. I just want to make... I've done that before, too. Had the filter set wrong. But, it's kind of like with the Stratum. The Stratum was hard, but
At
it's
Bjamin
hard to tell with my
187 said
GPU
just a few
sometimes.
nameplates so far. Not much selection for Caspians or Corvettes
Each one of
currently.
my Zero Arcs Wings Highlanders, it has Flash in its name. So, Saddam's Flash. All the others.
Let's try over here. It looks a little smoother, but none of this is green. Got the teal that I would prefer to see, so...
Curial Flash. Virgin Flash. There's apparently nothing else in the game that beats it for convenience of getting back to the bubble.
What?
The Lynx Highliner, the Zero Arcs purchase of it.
Oh, and then
Because you just-
suiciding?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just don't put anything on it.
My squadron commander, he does that all the time. He'll buy sidewinders in the bubble, and then buy sidewinders at Colonia
Yep.
and things. And you know, if he takes a fleet carrier or something, he'll have the sidewinders on there, and he'll just suicide to get back from Colonia to the bubble to do his weekly rock fighting video if he's out and about. I'm not. Let me concentrate here just a moment, because I am not seeing jack. Usually Clipus is dense and easy to see. Let's not hit the ground though. Let's look for some flat terrain. Flatter terrain. Let's look over this way.
Somewhere.
There's plenty of stratum now though. Again, I'm not going to spend all day looking for this crap though. I don't need it. It's just supposed to be here. Maybe something will magically just start rendering here in a minute. I'm going to give it a moment to the game to figure out what I'm doing, what it's doing. Don't really expect to see it in those rocky terrain, but never know. Just forget to look down though. I ain't seeing crap. No more.
Can't say that I see anything there either.
Are you looking at my stream?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just figured
I'm
I'd
not seeing
pitch in a
nothing.
little bit there.
All right, we'll go hilltopping a couple more places and.
What's that? That's
At
Stratum.
Bjamin 187
Oh, no, I'm not looking for
said want a
stratum.
green paint
I already
job
found the
for Mount
stratum.
Panther MK2,
Oh,
so it
okay.
looks like Thunderbird 2.
What? are you looking
Clipus.
for? Oh.
I want a green paint
those-
job for Mark Panther. I do like green ships, but I don't really
Clover
like.
underscore stang
I
underscore
like solid
gaming
colors.
said need to go for a bit. GG man and have a good stream smiley face.
All right, Clover. I know you're a
Clover
night person.
underscore
See you
stang
later.
underscore gaming said lurk.
Let's change the terrain up just a little bit and see what's over here.
Sometimes the rugged terrain is really fun.
Well, I'm gonna mix it up a little bit. Let's see what the game renders for me here. Nice. Render now. Nothing. Man. Not even Tusk anything. Well, I think the Clipus and Tusk are in different areas. But still.
Every reading that I take, every course I break, fills the gaps in empty space, leaves a lasting trace. The trails I leave behind will guide 1,000 more through paths I
Anything.
beyond the farthest shore.
Yeah, you'll have to pop back up and try diving into something that has a lot of craggy.
Yeah. I'll go up to orbit one more time.
Take these maps I may find the wonders I set free. Let your fears all fade.
And here, I'll look over here real quick.
Though the road is long, every star will bring you near where you belong.
Just sparkly rocks. It's nothing.
The trails I leave behind.
For those rocks to finally render in. Substratum rendered in.
Beyond the farthest shore, Commander Ricard is on
Yeah, this stuff was not here a moment ago. It just decided it would show up. It's that over there. Yes. Okay. One last time, then we're going up. Looks like just rocks.
in the silence of my cockpit, tracking your path
Alright,
through infinite.
we'll try one more time. Pick a different hemisphere.
They say you found what we fear to seek. Beyond
Excitement. The excitement is killing me. Maybe it's just this hard chair. I don't know.
every star knows your name. Through the cosmos you reign, Commander. Every star knows your name.
Nice blue star and fuel. Tension stuff.
Let's go way over there.
The other day, my son finally finished high school.
Ah. You know, my son is a combat medic and an EMT.
Well, God bless him.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
in the service corps in the Army.
He's actually saying now that he thinks he's going to let the Army pay for his college and maybe be a doctor.
Nice.
It's a lot of commitment. I said, how much commitment? He goes,
Oh, yeah.
something about you won't know. Well, that comes after college or something. I'm like, dude. Yeah.
Well, there's a service obligation, and it depends on, you know.
Well, he's talking about using
what
his
kind of-
his GI Bill. He's got the post 9/11 GI Bill, and
See if there's a health profession scholarship program. where
I'm
he
sure
would, like,
I'm sure there
do it.
is. I mean, that's what I was trying to ask him. Is a lot of times the military branches, if you're willing to commit to being a nurse or a doctor or something that they need, they will pay for it. You just have to commit to 4 or 8 years of service or something, you know.
Yes. Yes.
And you can't beat that. I mean, if you're willing to do that. But we'll see. But, you know, I told him, I said, you're not getting any younger, dude. He's like 24, 25, let's see. Maybe, yeah, 23. So I said, yeah, you need to start focusing on what you want to do. He's going to get married.
Well,
And they want
I was about to
kids.
say, is he married yet?
Not yet, but he's engaged.
Okay.
And I'm like, yeah. Time to start, you know, there's nothing wrong with his current job, don't get me wrong. I mean, but he would like something that pays better and things, and I can understand that.
So he's already a college graduate?
No, he's not. He's got some college, but he doesn't have a degree yet. If he was already a college graduate, that would be a lot different issue. But he's talking about going to ROTC while he's in college and stuff, and I'm not seeing crap here either.
I think I mentioned I'm a major in the Army National Guard.
You did not.
I've done 3 years of active combat.
Oh,
back in the day.
what's that? That is not Clipus though, but that's a tussock or something. That's different though. Haven't seen that yet, so maybe there is hope here. Let's look around some more. You did not mention that though, that you were a major.
I'm not a provider, but I'm in the medical service force, so
Right.
medics are very near and dear to my heart.
Oh, they're very dear to a lot of people, evidently.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. We love our medics.
And he likes it. The only thing he doesn't like is in the civilian world, he's not a paramedic yet. And I don't know if he ever will be now, if he's going to go into college and stuff over his other stuff. But I tried to encourage him to go ahead and get certified in the civilian world as a paramedic.
If I may ask, what does he do on the civilian side these days?
He's an EMT.
EMT. Okay.
There's some Clipus. Finally. How far are we on? We gotta go, what, 100 meters? 150 meters. So maybe there's enough of it around here that I can put landing gear down maybe and find it here. But there you go. We got a parking spot. So it is here. It's just reticent. It's shy. But he's been in the Guard 4, 5 years now. 4 years.
Nice. Nice.
He was
Which
in
state?
Mississippi.
Oh, okay.
He was in Washington for maybe 6 months. He volunteered for a lot of that, of course, but because he likes, while he's on orders, he gets paid better.
Oh yeah, we definitely get paid better on orders.
But that was different, being more of a security force than a medic there. All right, let's do this. We got one sample. The shiny Clipus.
New codex entry. Clippius
I like the
margaritas,
clips as they
turquoise.
have that
Clippius
shiny shell.
margaritas
Makes me
confirmed
think
present.
that I'm looking at some
Base
sort
value
of
11.87 million. Minimum sample distance 150 meters.
some sort of
New
seashell
biological and
that
geological
is
codex entry.
All right, there's some more over there.
Margaritas,
We'll get sample
turquoise.
number 2.
First partial sample
It's that
collected.
iridescent look that it has.
Yeah, some are better than others, but this is a particularly nice one.
Very true.
Chrome. Now, usually when I see these things, I try to
Minimum
locate a
distance
patch
reached.
of big patches of
You
them
traveled over
and
150
land in the middle of them,
meters
but I
from previous sample.
wasn't able to spot them. But now that I've seen them, they're easy to see. See, there's one way over there. That patch over there and another one back there will probably be far enough for me to get just a long walk back.
Second partial sample collected.
Okay, yeah, we just head right over there. So this is a good time for the SRV. This, but I knew I only had to go 100 and something. Usually they're relatively close together, so I'm kind of like conscious. Sometimes, you know, they're really close together to each other.
I mean, the good news is the Mandalay.
Minimum distance reached.
You've
You've
Yep,
traveled
that's
over 150
the big
meters from
selling
the
point to
previous
me over the
sample.
Caspian. I mean, the Caspian does everything the Mandalay does except land is, you know,
yeah,
hide a spot.
that's the truth.
Sample collection
I can
complete.
coax it.
Yeah, usually you can wiggle it in most places, but it's just time consuming sometimes, you know.
It is. Very much so.
But the Caspian definitely has the Mandalay beat from the Neutron Highway stuff.
It's got everything beat on the Neutron Highway. That's its selling point. It's like having a mothership.
Why's my nose itching? There was one right behind the ship was one. I probably could have just got those. And look at it, they're all up and down that hillside over there now. They're everywhere now. And we are done on this planet finally. It's been the longest 8 jumps ever. But we have, according to this Bio Insights business,
Options none said morning.
good morning option. This says I have 400 and something thousand, 400 million on. I'm good. Hey options, welcome in.
Vagabond Soul _ said Caspane is great for those long runs into the void. Mandy is great for everything else.
Well, I've used my Caspian for ExoBio too, and I mean, it's certainly a workable thing. But I do prefer using the Mandalay for ExoBio and stuff. But for travel to Caspian, I do prefer that. Let's see here. Are we going to get lucky? Oh, we are. We can just jump straight to that puppy. Yeah, we don't even have to go up to orbit. Let's just line up and go. How are you doing today, options? And Anonymous, I did not even see Bernie's Treasure or whatever that you banned. Earlier. Much earlier. I don't even know when you did that. I just saw it listed there.
Options none said I'm good, thanks.
You're welcome. I have Commander Bakaz. How do you say your name?
Because is how my son gave me the name.
Body A.
Anonymous _ CMDR said it had been auto-filtered.
It's the Minecraft sheet that I've got for my avatar, and then because, so it's because. His younger self explained it. You know, when I asked him, how can we call it that? Because is the answer. So there you have it.
Okay, I'll still say Bakaz or because. But he's on Discord. If anybody else wants to join us in Discord and come in and chat, you're more than welcome to. 32 bodies here. How many more jumps to the carrier? 2 more jumps. And the carrier's just waiting for me to tell it to jump again. Before I did that, I did not notice though if it was undiscovered or not because I was too busy panicking because it had the wrong scanner. Okay, looks like it's all undiscovered, so let's go to work. Let's get some distance between us and these stars.
Can't stay grounded when the galaxy calls.
No notable stellars, no Earth-likes, so... blah.
6 jumps left here.
It's not green.
MarkGamer01 said we recently made the run back from Lyra's song in the Caspian for the CG racks. 130-ish jumps each way. Easy work.
Infinity to find.
Yeah, I know one of the runs I did was 167. No, it wasn't. That was planning the trip out to where I'm going in the fleet carrier was 167 jumps in the Caspian on the Neutron Highway. But coming back from near Beagle Point and stuff, that was a lot of jumps. It wasn't hard though. I mean,
Once you get that rhythm down.
yeah, I'm just not real good at scooping neutrons. Sometimes it takes me more than one try to get a sufficient supercharge.
Yeah, I just missed.
But other than that, it's okay. And so far, I have not had to repair. I've got 2 AFMUs and stuff, and I've never had to repair. I did repair one time. Down to, like, the FSD was down to 98% or something, but it was
I
nothing bad
apologize.
at all.
I've got to let you go.
All right,
You have a great night. Thanks again.
good. I can take my headphones off.
Good chat.
That's nice chatting with you too. You take care.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, bye. Get the Discord out of the way.
Every jump through hyperspace takes me
That was nice. A nice chat in the mute Discord. All right, I do have Discord muted. I'm also in streamer mode in Discord, so I don't doesn't keep chirping all the time. But streamer mode turns that off.
Body CD6.
Let's see, where are we? How about a nice oxygen? This is one of those cases where it's possibly stratum that I'll ignore. But this is definitely stratum, so I won't ignore it. One of those places only had one bio signal, but the other one that I said definitely it has 2 bio signals. So there's definitely stratum there. Just raking in the dough.
CMDR_Cowrie asks, so is it worth it to map and football planets if the system has already been discovered?
Yes, in some cases that's absolutely true. The key is there a first footfall on the planet that has bio? Well, I'm talking from an exobio aspect. Now, let me finish what I'm doing here. But from an exobio aspect, if there's a bio signal on a planet and there's not a first footfall, then you know that no one's been there. So you know you'll get the discovery bonus, which is an enticement to, at least in my case, to get stuff. And it's very common, actually, to come across a system that's already discovered, and perhaps even FSS, and it may have some mapping. Someone in Horizons or something, or before the ExoBio thing kicked off. Came through, and a lot of things has been done in Horizons. So
Options None said depends how much creds you got. As a beginner to the game, I would go to explored systems for sure.
well, explored systems are usually easier to find because they're closer to the bubble. But to answer your question, no, absolutely, it's worth it. If it's discovered.
Options None said Road to Riches was good.
I did the Road to Riches to get my elite rank in exploration. Now, I think there's a Road to Billionaires Highway or something for exobiology. I don't know what it's called, but there's probably some equivalent.
Ads starting in 1 minute.
But then again, you're more than welcome to hop on my carrier when I'm in the bubble and go out and do this
Options None
stuff.
said Billionaires Boulevard. CMDR_Cowrie said yeah, that one is useful.
I'm sure you know already, but when you hop into a system, if it's already discovered and mapped, now just because the star is discovered doesn't mean all the planets are going to show up. But many times you'll hop in and there'll
At
be a name
Bacchus
already
Gamer
on the planet.
4530 said sorry to have to jet.
All right.
Family is back.
All right,
Have a great night.
Bakaz. Thanks for hopping in and getting on Discord. But you may hop into a system and find out that the star has a name on it. Two things to pay attention to is one is when you honk the system, what's the body count? You honk the system and it says 17 bodies, but when you look at the system map, it only shows like a star or a couple of stars and one planet or a couple of gas giants, and you know that there's 12 more items out there that aren't showing up. You'll have to FSS to find them. That being said, say for example, like here, let's pretend this system is already discovered. I click on this planet here, you know, and there may be a name that says, you know, it was discovered by somebody.
CMDR_Cowreek said who didn't know that was an aspect of it.
Well, when you enter a system and you honk the system, your scanner only goes out so far. So you may not see or scan the entire system auto scan wise. But if a planet is close to the primary star, it may, or it's big, it may show up when you auto scan it. But unless they actually go through the trouble of SSSing the entire system, you know, all the planets may not show up. But again, let's pretend the system's already discovered. Okay, you click on this planet here that has an atmosphere, even without me FSSing it. You know, if this place had already been discovered and FSS'd, this would show up like this. You can click on the planet, and under the planetary information here, there'll be a name saying who discovered it and whether there's a first footfall. If there's no first footfall, that's good. Come down to planetary information here, and it'll tell you how many biologicals are there. There's one biological, and it's a carbon dioxide atmosphere, and you can guess to some degree what it may or may not be. Now, if you click on that planet and it says there's a first footfall and a biological, I can almost guarantee, especially if it's not right next to the star, because if someone's going to do a first footfall in a system just to get their name on it, they're going to do something that's
At
convenient.
Bjamin187 said probably from first wave of explorers before there were planetary landings.
But if you
Just
click on
passing
something like
through.
what's on one or two stars, you know, in a system that's not the primary star, and there's a first footfall and a biological, then I can almost guarantee you that person went there for exobio. But if you click on it and there's no first footfall, but there's a biological, you know you'll get the discovery bonus for whatever biology that is, the multiplier for that, the ×5 multiplier. At any rate, which planet am I going to be going to? Do I want to go get this Stratum Tectonica here or not? It's on CD2. It would be this one. Yeah, 2 biologicals there. Do I want to go there? Nah, I'm going to blow it off. I'll leave it for somebody else. I have plenty of money. Did that answer your question? Basically, if a system is previously discovered and you just need money, it's certainly worth it. There may be, I mean, even if there's Stratum Tectonica, even if someone's already scanned it, it's still 19 million credits. You know, that's nothing to sneeze at. Now, the other bacteria that's only 1 million credits, that's a user subjective call. I ignore those. Even with the multiplier, 5 million is just not worth my time. But it might be worth yours. Or 1 million might be worth your time. But there is no value on this planet that makes it worth my time to find bacteria in the dark. I don't care what kind of bacteria it is. Well, yeah, I really, they're not bacteria.
CMDR_Cowreek said not too picky currently, just need to get some exploration practice in.
Well, there's places you can go to all over the place near the bubble and find, I mean, they're already discovered. But I don't think places, now like my system, that I colonized has biology there, but I don't think you can
scan
scan it and stuff. I don't know.
Map and how it relates to exploration compared to the other parts of the game.
Well, it all boils down on the system map. There's only like 3 things or so. First, is the system discovered? Okay. Is the planetary body or moon discovered? Okay. For an exobio aspect, is there a first footfall? Whether it's mapped or not, it may or may not be there. But if there's a first footfall, that means you may not get the discovery bonus, the multiplier. You can still scan whatever life may be there, assuming there is life. So that's about the only 3 things. But what I was saying though, like when did I just pop into the system? I don't know what I'm doing. Again, like there's 9 bodies, 9 body count there. When I look at the system map, okay, this is undiscovered because there's nothing here. There's no other bodies showing up. Pretty much, this is undiscovered. Again, if it had been discovered, when I click on the star, there would be a name here, and there may or may not be 1 or more planets. Depending on whether the person, auto scanned it as he was passing through, like doing a honk and scoop on his way through, or if he stopped here and actually FSS the entire system. So that's why it's important to look at that honk value to see how many bodies are actually in a system. It's more than once. I don't know about anybody else, but more than once. I've gone to something and I saw 3 or 4 things on a system map, and I just assumed that was all that was there until I started FSS.
I guess I've never been far enough out to not have the other bodies on the map. Didn't even know it was a thing XD.
Yeah. It takes time to look at the system map, though. You may not care if it's discovered. If you are simply there to get cartographic data and things, you may be going, I'm going to scan it and map or whatever anyway, whether it's discovered or not. And that's fine. But as a time-saving measure, it saves you time if someone's actually already been there and scanned the system. Because you don't have to FSS everything to find out find out that there is life there. You just look at the system map and look at the planetary information for the bodies with atmospheres to see if there's any life. But whether there's a first footfall and stuff, that all goes into my internal calculation to figure out whether I'm going to effort it. Is it worth it? Is it worth my time? Because the length of time it would take me to go down and find bacteria or something, I can go to 2 or 3 or 4 other systems and scan it and possibly find something else of higher value that's easier to access or easier to find. Kind of a trade-off, but until you get practice at it, you'll figure out what you want to do and how you want to do it.
At Bjamin187 said these days you need to get up to 3,000 light years out before you get clean systems.
Yeah. Didn't used to have to go that far, but I think this is where my carrier's at.
Options none said, at least smiley face.
Yeah, maybe 3,500. It really depends on the direction. So, but I would tell people to go 3,000 to 3,500 to start with. To consistently start finding undiscovered things. Way less than 1%. So this is a perfect example. One biology on a methane, neon, or argon atmosphere. It's virtually always bacteria or fonticula, the cheap kind. One or the other. I'm not saying it has to be, but I'm saying it virtually always is. So I just ignore it. Even if it's got 2 biologicals on a methane, neon, or argon atmosphere, I'll ignore it because I just know that it's going to be low-paying $1 million bacteria or fonticula. There are exceptions. There are rare exceptions, but I just ignore them out of hand. That's not necessarily true if there's 3 biological signals, and especially it's not true if it's a argon rich or something that has the rich in the sentence, in it. So, but that's just me. What am I doing here? Okay. I would have swore on my life that that's behind the star. That a sulfur dioxide with 2 biologicals was always bacteria and stratum tectonica. And then somebody like Mark Gamer said no. and immediately after that, I found stratum cucumis, not stratum tectonica, and stuff. But it's pretty much any time. Sulfur dioxide with 2 pretty much always has good paying stratum. So, and ammonia with 2. But if you're looking for rare things and stuff, then you start really hoping to find other things like an oxygen atmosphere or something, which may have something like volubacteria, which pays okay, but it's not the best. But the oxygen atmosphere may also have Fonticula fluctus. There are other subtleties to that, depending on the type of star and things like that, that I am not cognizant of, but I'm aware of them, that there are effects by the star class and color and stuff on things, but I just don't know how to integrate that into my knowledge base. That's what BioInsights plugin is for. It takes into account all those cases, the gravity, the temperature range, the something, the type of star and stuff, and comes up with a guess of what type of life is on that planet, if any. And it's almost always right. Where are you hiding at? Okay. Now, what I haven't found out on this trip so far is Electricaea and Recepta and stuff. Absolutely. He's asking for any of you guys on YouTube might not have seen it. Is there any major differences between bodies with and without atmospheres? Absolutely. First, bodies without atmospheres, any type of biology you find is called horizons. That's the kind of life that people in horizons could find and land on the planet and drive their SRV and shoot growths off of them to get materials. You, on the other hand, being an Odyssey, can find them like crystal shards, brain trees, anemones, tubers. I know, I think I'm missing one. But you can also scan them. They don't pay worth a damn, but you can actually, sample them with your genetic sampler too. Bark mounds, that's the other one. And tubers. But those pretty much only grow with no atmosphere. Now the other types of life that you see me getting, is almost always with an atmosphere. Things like Fonticula bacteria. Well, all of them. Now, and then I mentioned anemones. Anemones are kind of dome-shaped things. And I usually have like little orange balls or something on them, and they glow in the dark. And they're almost always found on hot planets, though. By hot, I mean you will die if you stay out exposed too long, if you're out on foot. Now I have a carrier here, which I am thinking I am going to go park on and call it a night here pretty soon. Or they found a tree-like structure. Now sometimes there's a certain type of tubus that looks like a tree. And some of them look like palm trees. Did it have an atmosphere? If it didn't have an atmosphere, then it could have been, like you said, a crystal shard.
Crossed his victory.
I don't have anything to show in here.
Commander, show us what you're gonna see. Red alert from your location. Alien structures found. Data streams incoming. New worlds all around.
But you can see most of these things in your codex, I think.
Like always done.
You see some examples of
Radiation spiking now. Life signs everywhere.
you go to the codex, you can see, like I was talking, there's bark mounts and anemones, tubers, I'm trying to see what else might be. Fumarolas.
Show us what you're gonna see.
You got bark mounds and anemones. Gosh, sinuous tubers, amphora plants. Those are all found in plants without atmospheres. Pinnacle trees are usually found in like notable stellar phenomena. Aleota, bacteria, cactoida. Those are all really common. Fumarolas usually occur where there's geysers and stuff. You see the growth, the actual life is the things growing off on the side of them. And you can shoot them too to get materials. These are geologic things. At any rate, did I actually ever head towards the carrier? Okay. The crystal shards are those things that they little spiky things growing, and they have little shiny, almost they look like knives growing off of the sides at some point of the main body. You shoot the knife things and they transmute into some material that you scoop up. They're good sometimes for things like antimony, whatever, and yttrium, maybe niobium. I don't know about that one. There's this carrier just hanging out in the middle of nowhere, guys. I'm sure you don't want to come out and meet me and go for a ride. Crystal shards are well, I've discovered crystal shards numerous times. You know, there are a lot of places that have crystal shards, but they're cool. If you've never seen one, they're worth going to. You'll end up going to them more than once, probably just for materials. Even I, out in the middle of black, if I come across crystal shards, I will fairly often go down and shoot them just to get some materials. But often you can tell what they're going to drop by looking at the planetary composition. And the bottom of the list is usually, a couple of items that they may drop. It has the most grade 5s. Well, that's what material traders are for. Like I go to the Kappa 1 Volantis and get to get selenium at the brain trees and germanium, and then I max out in selenium. Then I go trade that for other things. Let's go turn in and see what the damage is. Should have made a few 100 million. In less than 3 hours. It's the Bob song.
The bitterness creeps in. Will we ever arrive? Staring at screens with our dreams on the line. Just one little world, a Bob I can call mine.
I used to bookmark all the Crystal Shard sites that I found, but I don't anymore.
That the real jewels out there, Bob's are the true appeal.
These are places that have crystal shards. And this one drops antimony. I don't know. I don't even know where all these are. Let's see where these are at.
Why is it a freaking rocky ice world when it's blatantly a Bob? No one wants a freaking
Yeah,
ice
I found a bunch of them here.
all we want is Bob.
And I think there's some more here too.
Oh, it's blatantly a Bob. This
All right, let's go
pain is
to
getting
pay Vista Genomics a visit.
I'm still searching for my gold. Oh, it's blatantly a Bob. With the FSS scan, you can totally see that pointer is exactly where it should
I'll be wrapping up here in a little bit and get me something to eat. Then I'll settle down to watch some professional streamers, whomever they may be.
It's not a freaking rocky ice world. Oh my God, it is a blatant Bob.
I see that the YouTube Midsummer Murders channel is now posting season 21 content. About time.
Oh God, I've gone and found a Bob.
I do have some data. I'm keen to sell this to you. 87 million base value. This is going to be pretty good. 439 million. Not bad for a 2.5 hours.
Thank you for your contribution to our
You're welcome.
Chronicle cradles.
You can set the carrier to go ahead and jump. Then I'll be watching some more streamers, sipping some coffee, and jumping my carrier some more tonight. Probably will stream some more tomorrow. I was thinking of cutting grass, but it's been raining all day and it's going to rain some more tonight. I don't know how wet the grass will be. That's my excuse. You have colonization to do. Well, you know, if I was in the bubble, I would help you, my friend. Maybe if you're nice, Anonymice will come help you. Anonymice loves to do colonization stuff. It's apparently so. Alright, where's the carrier at? And where are we going? She lie days work, sir. Say what? Be jamming? Oh, okay. I was like, I'm native English speaker here. I don't get that one, but okay. Gotta set the carrier up to do her thing and wrap up. You want to get 2 million on one? Yeah, I would like that too, but I'm pretty sure mine's only 1 million. Yeah, just over 1 million. So I just need 20 more systems, 25 more systems. I imagine you probably can get 2 million if you had like tier 3s and stuff. I don't have any tier 3s. I only have 2 tier 2s. Maybe 3 tier 2s. I don't know.
Steady as Saturn swings silent and small. We chase constellations, answering no one's call.
I don't know about that funding a fleet carrier on colonization. You would really need a lot. My fleet carrier, I think, I forget. It's like 20 something million. It's Tony Curtis. 29 million, almost 30 million for my fleet carrier a week.
What? What the fuck?
Welcome in, Commander Tony Curtis. If you don't know Tony, he's a famous streamer here on Twitch. You gonna be playing Elite tonight, or you gonna be playing that other game, Tony?
Through the cosmos I voyage alone. Socrates and my heart seeks home. In my curious cat we fly. Frame shift blazing through the
Sadness. Sadness.
scar scan and
Well, I'm going to be wrapping up here. I got to change ships. I was looking for my shout out thing, but it's not popping up for me to do shout outs. What is up with that?
so far and wide. Through icy bodies, frozen spheres.
Huh.
I chase you through these endless years. Green
That's weird. Normally it
find you in
pops things up. The options, thank you very much for coming in. I'm just going to swap over back to my Panther Clipper and load it up with tritium from storage so I can just refill the depot as I'm traveling tonight.
landing
I
where
can find it. There it is. And then I'm going to call it here, folks. Who do you guys want to raid on Twitch? Who's on?
but not the price
Tell me who's on. We'll raid somebody.
Green gas giant, where do you hide? Across the void so far and wide. Through icy bodies, frozen spheres. I chase you through these endless years. Green
Starcat? Okay. Starcat's fine with me. Probably not fine for Tony because Tony's banned from Starcat's channel. Because he was a bad boy. Alright, B. Gemmin, thank you so much. Cannot do two things at once. Thanks so much for coming in, guys. And those of you on YouTube watching, please subscribe. I need subscribers on YouTube. Jerp? Who's Jerp? I'm up for Jerp too. Who's on? Give me some names. Let's see. I'll look myself. I don't know that name though. Starcat, Nisla, Toka, Jerp. I don't know who Jerp is. Let's raid Jerp then. English first playthrough. Let's do that. J-E-R-P. Y'all say hi. Let's get this started. And let's see if I can figure out how to do this. Okay, I got it. 07 Commanders. I'll see y'all tonight, tomorrow night, Saturday night, sometime. Get the raid started and let's go. Those of you on YouTube, again, thanks so much again.
Ads starting in 1 minute.
See, you guys are going to miss the ads.
There's an empty seat beside me, where you used to curl and sleep, while the galaxies turned slowly, and the void was cold and deep. Now I fly these routes alone, through the black between the suns, but I swear I hear you breathing in the way the engine hums. You're chasing stars now, smoky, running free across the sky. I see your shape in nebulae every time I'm passing by. The cockpit feels too quiet, but I keep the thrusters bright. You're chasing stars now, smoky, and I'm right here, still in flight. I remember how you'd watch me plot the jumps from world to world, your green eyes catching starlight as the hyperspace unfurled. Every station, every waypoint carries traces of your grace. Now you're scattered through the cosmos, and I see you every place. You're chasing stars now, smoky, running free across the sky. I see your shape in nebulae every time I'm passing by. The cockpit feels too quiet, but I keep the thrusters bright. You're chasing stars now, smoky.